choose our socks for success in all endeavors. Fortunes rises from the heel, and good luck for life.
Good morning. Today is Friday, January 31st, 2025. Today in history, on this day 155 years ago, the Metropolitan Museum of Art was established in New York. Located at 82nd Street, 5th Avenue, it spans 130,000 square meters and houses 3 million exhibits. The museum ranks among the world's 5 major museums, alongside the Forbidden City, the British Museum, the Louvre, and the Hermitage. Welcome to today's Ching Chow Morning News. Let's start with political updates. Trump becomes 47th U.S. President. According to Reuters, Donald Trump has been inaugurated as the 47th President of the United States. After 2 impeachments, 1 felony conviction, 2 assassination attempts, and a failed re-election, he returned to the White House. Trump declared that America's golden age had begun and vowed to prioritize American prosperity and respect. He announced plans to sign historic executive orders, including a national emergency on the southern border, restoring the "Remain in Mexico" policy, addressing inflation, declaring a national energy emergency, reforming the trade system, and establishing the External Revenue Service. He also reiterated territorial expansion claims, such as taking back the Panama Canal and renaming the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. Trump said he would erect an American flag on Mars. Myanmar military and Kokang army ceasefire. According to news from Myanmar, the Myanmar military government and the Myanmar National Democratic Alliance Army have agreed to cease fire. The 2 sides held peace talks in Kunming, Yunnan, China, in mid-January and signed a formal ceasefire agreement. The ceasefire follows months of conflict with the 3 brotherly alliance organizations, composed of the Kokang Army, the Tong National Liberation Army, and the Arakan Army. The ceasefire's longevity remains uncertain as similar agreements have collapsed in the past due to mutual violations. EU to provide €120 million aid to Gaza. The European Commission recently approved a Gaza aid plan worth €120 million, covering food, medical care, housing, and clean water. Since 2023, the European Commission has provided over €450 million in humanitarian aid to Gaza, delivering more than 3,800 metric tons of aid. An EU spokesman expressed hope that the ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hamas will improve humanitarian access and ensure effective aid distribution. France urges EDF to avoid rushed nuclear projects. The French National Audit Office recently advised state-owned EDF not to rush into new nuclear power projects in France or the UK. Although President Macron wants EDF to build at least 6 nuclear reactors, EDF and its suppliers are not prepared. France and the UK aim to achieve net-zero carbon emissions through nuclear energy, but EDF's projects in both countries are delayed and over budget, causing significant debt. The French Audit Office stressed that EDF must ensure new projects are financially viable and won't impact the progress of domestic projects. Thailand plans action against drug and online fraud crimes. Thailand's Deputy Prime Minister and Defense Minister Pong Tan announced a 6-month anti-crime operation to tackle issues like drugs, telecommunications fraud, and human trafficking. Officials from various agencies, including the Ministry of the Interior and the Royal Police, will discuss measures to address these problems. The operation will implement a 2-tier border security system across 14 provinces, 51 counties, and 76 police stations, covering eastern and western borders. If the situation doesn't improve within 6 months, stricter measures will be introduced. 1.1 million people in France used cocaine in 2023. A recent study by the French Monitoring Center for Drugs and Drug Addiction revealed that 1.1 million people in France will smoke cocaine in 2023, nearly double the number from 2022. Abradovich, the center's deputy director, attributed the rise to the evolution of the working environment, with people using cocaine to cope with heavy workloads. France ranks 7th in Europe for cocaine use. Contributing factors include increased cocaine production in Colombia, Bolivia, and Peru, where output reached 2,700 tons in 2022, and more cocaine circulating in France. By the Nanxi River 2 launches in Nanning. The documentary By the Nanxi River 2, co-produced by the Wuzhou Communication Center, Guangxi Radio and Television, and the Vietnam Military Radio and Television Center, was launched in Nanning. Du Ton Thuyen, the Vietnamese chief director, expressed hope that the documentary would be well received by both countries and enhance mutual understanding of their shared friendship. The sequel to By the Nanxi River, 2020, focuses on the historical significance of Nang Sishan Hospital during its aid to Vietnam in the anti-American war, highlighting emotional stories of those involved. It also delves into the hospital's legacy in the context of modern times. According to Chihua Daily, the LC2505 contract for lithium carbonate futures closed at 80,720 yuan per ton, up 0.02%. That's all for today's Qing Chao Morning News. Thanks for watching. Join us at the same time tomorrow.